What's up, guys? So, I know the AAA show never came out. I'm sorry. It's been a busy week. I didn't get SmackDown. I didn't get the AAA review out. It's just been a very busy weekend. I've been out with my brother all weekend just doing, life stuff. I just haven't had time to record. And this review tonight, this one I'm doing now, this is for Clash in Italy, the pay-per-view that happened today. And my usual co-host that you guys are used to hearing, I record every episode we record. I do NXT alone, but I do besides NXT, everything else I do for the week is always with him. But he's feeling under the weather. He might be sick, so he basically parents told me he's gonna take the night off and rest. So hopefully he'll be on tomorrow for our Raw review. If not, all good. I'll do that one alone too. I can steer the ship so he feels better. It's all good. So if he's listening to this now, get well soon, buddy. And yeah, let me know tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, let me know if you're down to do it. If not, it's all good. I can do it by myself still. So yeah, I'm gonna be reviewing this one solo tonight alone because he's not here, and I would have a special guest on like my brother, but he already went to bed, so I'm just gonna do this one alone. So yeah, Flash in Italy happened, at least for my time zone, today at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's now 11 o'clock at night that same day, so I'm recording this the same day, the night of, so I'm not waiting a day later because Raw's tomorrow. So, yeah, that's it. Let's get started. Before the first match, let me go through the little intro. Nothing really happened on the countdown, like the pre-show, like usual. But we go to our first hour, the free on ESPN first hour. They did that at WrestleMania, they did it at Backlash, they're doing it here now. So as always, the first hour is 2 matches. So let's go get to the first one now. Alright, as you guys can see, on the community creations, I actually managed to find and download Clash in Italy custom arena. Someone already made them, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, first match that kicks off the first hour of ESPN, the first hour of replay, and the first 2 matches. The first match, the first hour, and also the first match of the entire show period is this match, which is the WWE champion, boring champion Cody Rhodes defends the WWE title against Gunther. I wanted Gunther to win this. I really want him to because I think Cody's boring as champion, and I saw a lot of other people say that, and I agree. I think he's getting stale. And in my opinion, he needs to turn heel. But yeah. Fun fact though about the match. Fun fact. Fun fact of Cody Rhodes' reign, I should say. As of today, his reign as champion, WWE champion, this is the 3rd time he's won it. His reign today is 87 days. And this was his 2nd defense, but if you count house shows, it's his 3rd. He had 1 on a house show, but the other 2 were on pay-per-view, which was Mania, and then this match. And Cody retains, unfortunately, and here's a statistic for you guys. This was Gunther's first loss in a title match. Oh wait, sorry, my bad. Wait. No, never mind. He lost to Sami Zayn. Okay, sorry, my bad. First loss in a world title match. There we go. I was curious because I saw his record online. His record online was basically that his singles record in matches is. Wait, let me Google real quick. In title matches is. Whew, that's a crazy record. I thought I was got. I had the number up on my phone, but I don't know where it went. Let's see. Here we go. So his singles record in title matches. Ready for this? Is 21-1. That's insane. But yeah. Anyway, Cody retains, unfortunately, in controversial fashion. Basically, he retained because Gunther, when Cody pinned Gunther to retain, but when he pinned him to retain, Gunther did have his foot on the bottom rope, but the referee didn't see it. So he basically called the bell and Cody retained and won. He directly pinned Gunther, but he didn't. Gunther has foot on the rope, so technically Gunther didn't lose. He didn't actually get pinned, but the ref rang the bell, so it counts as a loss for him. So that's annoying because Gunther's going to lose a lot, and they're kind of ruining his mystique and what makes him special because he's been losing a lot more lately. And this is going to lead to a stereotypical, rematch like he's been doing his entire last 2 reigns. It's going to lead to a rematch, probably on the Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. And Gunther will probably lose again because Cody's their golden boy. So, yep. He retains. Post-match, Gunther's upset and he's confused about the cover, and then commentary goes over the footage and they say this guy's got his foot in the rope and all that. And then Gunther argues with the ref for a bit, and he just leaves angry. Then we see Montez Ford in the crowd. Not Heel Dog, just Montez Ford, and Judgment Day is also in the crowd. And then we go to our next match. Alright, this is the second match on the show. This is actually WrestleMania Rematch. Rhea Ripley won the WWE Women's title from Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. And basically, last week, a Saturday main event, there was a 6-woman tag with Jade and her faction, Mia Yim B Fab, and they versus Rhea, Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte Flair, and Jade pinned Rhea. So because of that, from the champion, she gets her rematch here, WrestleMania Rematch. So Rhea defends the women's title against Jade Cargill in a rematch. And here's a quick stat about Rhea's reign, currently as the champion. This reign is her second reign with this belt. As of today, the reign's 43 days. And this was her first defense, period. They include live events or not. This is just her first defense in the reign, period. And look, I don't think Jade Cargill, personally, in my opinion, I don't think Jade Cargill is that good. She's there for her looks, for real. I don't think she's a good that good of a wrestler. I think she's good in AEW. I don't think she's gotten any better here. But the Mania match, WrestleMania match with Rhea, probably her first really good match. This one was kind of the same. I don't think this match was better or worse than the Mania match. I think it was just kind of the same. It was fine. That's my opinion. Basically, what happened in the match, let's see the breakdown real quick. What happened in the match was, toward the end, Mia and B Fab come out to try to help Jade. But then Charlotte Flair comes out and attacks them down. And then, basically, Rhea gets back in, gets a near fall. But then Rhea puts foot on the rope by Charlotte. So basically, Charlotte helps Rhea get out of the pin. And then basically, I don't know what Alexa Bliss was. Charlotte, but anyway. Then Rhea does a headbutt, riptide, and Rhea pins Jade Cargill and retains the women's title. At this point, I was 1-1 with my prediction because I thought Gunther was going to win the first match, but I don't know why I thought that. I should have known this company wasn't going to do the right thing. And then this one I got right. I knew Rhea was going to. I predicted Rhea retaining. So I'm 1-1 prediction so far at this point. But yeah, this is the second match. It was alright. And then we go to our third match, which, it's third. Alright, third match. So, little story recap here. Femi versus Brock Lesnar. They were building up to this match at WrestleMania. At WrestleMania, Femi shockingly beat Brock Lesnar. That was their first match. After the match, Brock took his boots off and everyone thought he was retired. They basically did a retirement angle. Him pointing and crying, Brock was done. Personally, I think that was more just a goodbye to WrestleMania. Because I think he's retiring this year. My prediction is I think he's actually officially retiring for real this year. That's my prediction. So I think that was more of a goodbye to Mania. I don't think that was his final match ever. That was more his final WrestleMania match ever. That's why I think it was. But anyway, that happened. Oba won. Brock was gone for months. Fast forward to more a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Brock comes back on Raw. F5's Oba, lays him out. They set up this match. So this is match number 2. Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar, part 2. They made Oba look super strong here. I actually predicted Brock was going to win this, so Brock did win the match. I predicted him winning this, and now I'm 2-1 with my predictions. Because my prediction is Oba won the first match, Brock won this, matter tie 1-1. The original rumor was Brock was going to retire at SummerSlam this year in Minneapolis, which is where he's from. So I think what's going to happen is now they're tied 1-1. They're going to have a third and final match at SummerSlam. And Oba's going to win that one to win the feud. And then he's going to actually retire Brock officially there. That's what I think is going to happen. That's my prediction. So that's why I'm not mad at Brock winning. I see a lot of people angry about it. You have to understand, honestly, if the fact that Brock won, you should be happy about that because that gives you a reason to want to see Oba come back and kick his ass, right? Like, Oba lost, so now you want to see him. Now you sure want to see him come back and kick Brock's ass and beat him again, right? And also, this gives a reason for a third match. But Oba just beat Brock 2-0. There's no reason for Brock to come back and get a third match. Now they're tied 1-1. This is a good storyline reason to actually give us a third and final match. But I'm fine with Brock winning. But anyway, let's break down the match. Because they made Oba, even in defeat, he looks super strong. So, a little breakdown quick. Brock F5s, doesn't cover Oba. Another F5, then a third F5, then a fourth F5. So basically, he gives Oba 4 F5s. And then Oba kicks out still. Oba kicks out after 4 F5s. Then Brock puts the Kimura lock on Oba. Oba gets out of it. He counters with a powerbomb. He breaks free of it. Then Brock does a fireman's carry, another F5, and another kick out. So this is now 5 F5 when Oba's kicked. Oba's still on his neck. Oba managed to choke slam, but then Brock won't stay down. Then Brock puts Oba through the announce desk with another F5, a 6th F5. And Oba just gets back up at a 9 count, right before a 9 count. Then finally, Brock does a 7th and final F5, and that does it, and he pins Oba Femi at the 1-2-3. So, they made Oba still look really strong on the feet. Oba literally got put through an announce table and took 7 F5s, and that finally put him down. He took 7 finishers. It took him that long to finally take the pin. That's insane. And post-match, Brock yelling at ringside that 1 + 1 is 2 and Oba is done. Yeah. And then, really good match. This actually topped their Mania match, in my opinion. This was great. Really fun. I really enjoyed this. Then they show in the crowd the Vision, Julia, and local hero, Santino Marella, the current TNA Director of Authority, basically their TNA GM. That was pretty cool to see him there. Then commentary puts over the AAA show of last night, and Corey Graves apologized to Michael Cole because he was wrong about Chad Gable not being the original El Grande Americano. That was funny. And they show a video recapping Americano feud. And now we go to our 4th match. Alright, so our 4th match. This was basically set up through Soul Ruca challenged Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental title, and then Becky was like, nah, you don't deserve it yet. You're 0-2 on Raw so far. So last week in the Saturday main event, stupid finish of the match, but they basically had a non-title match, and Soul Ruca won by accidentally soul snatching the ref, so Soul Ruca won by DQ, because Becky pushed the ref into Soul Ruca, so it was Becky's fault. So Soul Ruca won by DQ. So she did beat Becky, but not by pinfall. I thought that finish was really stupid. I actually hated that. But that's what led Nick Aldis was punishment for Becky doing that. He made her defend the title against Soul Ruca tonight, and this is their rematch, and it's punishment for Becky's title. So here's the info. So, oh, and also, I got this prediction right too. 3-1 now. My predictions. Soul Ruca won. So, before I continue, Becky's reign. This was her third reign with this title, and this was her 2nd defense that she lost it in, and her reign ended in this match at 43 days, to be exact. This was really fun. This beat Saturday main event match. I thought it was way too short. This was actually a long match. This was a really fun match. I don't think Becky needs this belt anymore. Becky's now held this belt 3 times, and Soul Ruca's the perfect person for it. It's a mid-card title. It should be meant for the newer stars, for like Lyra Valkyria was the great first champion for it, Maxine Dupree, like Soul Ruca, like those young names are what this title is for. So Soul Ruca should have a long reign of it. I don't think Becky needs to win the 4th time. That'd be ridiculous. Yeah, she helped this belt a lot. She made it feel important. Like it felt more important than Liv's title, the world title, than Morgan. Like Becky has done a great job at this belt, but I think it's time to move on for someone. I think it's time for her to move on to the world title again, and let Soul Ruca carry this belt for a long time. So it's just fun. Let's break down the match. Basically, there's not really much to go over here. It's still a really fun match. Toward the end, let's see. Becky tries to get the ref involved again, but it fails. And basically toward the end, Soul Ruca just went to the Soul Snatcher. Like, there's not really much to explain here. I'm sorry, guys, but just like Soul Ruca won. She's the new Women's Intercontinental Champion to beat Becky for the belt. That's really it. Then we see Javon Evans, Io Sky, Ethan Page, and Lyra Valkyria all in the crowd, which is pretty cool. Then we get a little announcement about the post-show being after this pay-per-view is over, like on YouTube for free. And now we go to our main event. Alright, this is our 5th match and our main event of the show. We're going to recap the story. So Roman Reigns won the World Heavyweight title from CM Punk at WrestleMania. His first defense was against Jacob Fatu at Backlash. Roman retained. After the match, Jacob beat him up, and they set up this rematch. Basically, this is a rematch, and it was not just a rematch of the title, it was World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns defended against Jacob Fatu again. And this time it was a rematch, but it was also a basically no DQ match. It was also a tribal combat match, which Roman, before this match, he was 2-0 in. There's only been 2 other tribal combat. Before this match, there's only two other tribal combat matches in WWE history. The first one was against Jey Uso, and Roman won it. And the second one was against Solo Sikoa, which Roman also won. Roman beat Jey in it, Roman beat Solo in it. So Roman's 2-0 in the match before this. This was the third one. Basically, the point, it's basically a no DQ match of Samoans. That's all it really is, and it's for like the right, whoever wins, the loser has to acknowledge the winner. Basically what it is. So Roman, Roman actually gets fiction right too. I'm 4-1. So this whole show I got 4-1 predictions. Only 1 wrong and 4 right. And so Roman is now 3-0 in this match. There's only been 3 matches, 3 tribal combats in this company, and Roman's won them all, undefeated in them, 3-0. So that's crazy. So still the OTC, still the Tribal Chief, and Jacob Fatu has to acknowledge him. We'll see how that goes tomorrow night on Raw. But before we, well, that's tomorrow. Let's break down this match. It was pretty fun. Good main event. A lot of weapons, a lot of back and forth. There's not much to talk about here, but until the end. Bunch of back and forth, bunch of crazy stuff. Toward the end of the match, though, hung in death grip by Jacob, he puts it in, Roman gets out of it. He smashes his face to the close turnbuckle again and again, screws him to the table, and after he screws him to the table, Roman wins by pinfall with a spear to retain the World Heavyweight title and the title of the Tribal Chief. So theoretically, forcing Jacob to acknowledge him, but we all know how that one went. So, post-match, the Usos come out and slide in the ring to anoint Roman Reigns as the Tribal Chief, again, the name, and then Roman leaves the ring eyeballing Jacob, kind of like a, well, now you gotta acknowledge me, correcting. And Jacob gets up, Roman pauses, oh no. Roman sees Solo Sikoa and the MFTs staying behind the barricade, tells the Usos that they're next, he's got something for them. Great, we're going back to Roman versus Solo for 10. Jacob leaves the ring and looks at the MFTs. Jey Uso breaks from the pack and clash and points until Jacob gets the "you leave with us now" type message. Roman says they know who the head of the table and the captain of the ship is. I've been saying this theory for weeks now. The Usos have not been coming out to Roman that much against Jacob at all. I think they're going to turn on Roman and turn heel and betray him. That's my prediction. But anyway, Roman's statistics and his facts for his reign. As of today, his World Heavyweight Championship reign has been 43 days, just like his, and this was his 2nd defense in the reign. So, yeah, fun match, and that was the show. Overall, I give the show like a 3 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was solid, not like fantastic, but it was a solid, fun wrestling. No, it was good. Good show. I had fun with it. And that's really it, because honestly, guys, there's no real news right now for wrestling, breaking news or anything, because, actually, wait, there is one thing I was going to say. No news, because all the news tonight was for this period, but there actually is one thing that they actually announced during the post-show. King and Queen of the Ring starts tomorrow on Raw for Night of Champions, and they actually announced the brackets and the people that are going to be in the tournament. So we can go over those real quick before I end this. So, the King of the Ring tournament for this year. Here are the matches. There's going to be 4 rounds, 4 first round matches, and all 4 of them are also Fatal 4 ways matches. So, here we go. The first match. Let me get out of this first. Okay, so our first match, it's I guess it's mixed of Raw versus SmackDown. So, its first match we got Raw's Intercontinental Champion Penta versus Raw's Femi versus SmackDown Solo Sikoa versus SmackDown's Carmelo Hayes. That's the first one. Then second we got Raw is Dominic Mysterio versus Raw's Braun Breaker versus SmackDown's United States Champion Triple Williams versus SmackDown's WWE Tag Team Champion Damian Priest. Third one, Raw's Seth Rollins versus Raw's Javon Evans versus SmackDown's Tolo Tonga versus SmackDown's Ricky Saints. And finally, the fourth one, Raw's Jey Uso versus Raw's LA Knight versus SmackDown's Royce Keith versus Raw's Finn Balor. Fun stuff. Interestingly, though, Finn Balor, they show his name in blue and not red. Did they quietly move Finn Balor to SmackDown? He's blue now. That's odd. I don't know. It might be a mistake. I guess we'll find out. I don't know. Anyway, Queen of the Ring. Same thing. 4 first-round matches, each 4-way, pivotal 4-ways. Same thing. This first one doesn't make any sense. Did they announce also that, same as last year, the winners of these tournaments are going to go on to face the world champions at SummerSlam? So why is Liv Morgan in this? This makes no sense. Liv Morgan's in one of the matches. So what, she wins the tournament, what's she going to do, face herself? That makes no sense. She's the world champion on Raw. Whoever wins this is challenging her. But whatever. So, first match, we got Raw's Women's World Champion Liv Morgan versus Raw's Becky Lynch versus SmackDown's Alexa Bliss versus SmackDown's Chelsea Green. Second, we got Raw's Roxanne Perez versus Raw's Io Sky versus SmackDown's Julia versus SmackDown's Last Legend. Third match, Raw's new Women's Intercontinental Champion Sol Ruca versus Raw's Lyra Valkyria versus SmackDown's Charlotte Flair versus SmackDown's Jade Cargill. And finally, the fourth one, Raw's Bayley versus Raw's Raquel Rodriguez versus SmackDown's Stacey James versus SmackDown's Kiana James. So honestly, pretty solid matches here. I'm excited for these matches. But with that, guys, that's pretty much all I got. So thanks for listening. I'll be back tomorrow for Raw. Like I said, whether I'm doing it with my co-host or alone, either or, I'll be here recording it for you guys. Either way, you'll have a Raw review tomorrow night. So see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for listening and or watching. I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.